it is. Okay, good. Yeah. Okay, I have to do. Let's do sound check, unfortunately. Oh dear, dear, dear. I should explain what happened. I'm really quiet. Hold on. Is that better? Can you guys hear me? It's like warning. Okay. Okay, you guys are done. So if I keep it this range, everything's fine. I flip this over because I'm not reading chat right now. Nobody's in here. Just straighten up. Straighten up in my little hole. Feels a bit funny to say there's a little hole. I guess I should explain to you guys what happened and why I'm so late, so welcome in. I'll be like, wait, it's disappointed to me because I'm late again. But, very good reason. I had a spider next to me. He was crawling up next to me and I freaked out. And so I had to spend like a few minutes trying to calm myself because it was a giant spider. And I don't like spiders. They're so scary and it was chasing me as well, so I had to go around trying to squish it. So that was why I was late, and I was also saying hello to some people who are still awake. But they're all asleep now, hopefully they are. But oh man, that spider, I don't like spiders, they're horrifying. I hate them. I am like existing in the one place that's like full of 10,000 spiders, where a new species gets added to list every single year or so, and I hate them. I don't like them. They're so frightening. I don't like them. I hate them in other places as well, so like I have to point it back to the frost crawlers from Skyrim. They're terrifying. I don't like spiders. They're not good. I was seeing a new spider horror game that appeared, and I was like, I don't want to play that. You guys can't force me to play that. I'll have a panic attack for days. I can't do it. Anyway, enough kind of chit chat. Enough chit chat. You guys are just stuck staring at a black screen because I haven't removed it. Sorry. Okay, everything should be set up correctly, I hope. I hope. I haven't done this in a week. I'm gonna be rubbish at the voices. I was watching somebody else do voiced content like I do, and I saw that they were struggling to maintain their voices after like 4 days, and I was like, oh no. Here I am keeping a million voices in my head. Spiders will do that. They was nasty though. Also, welcome in again, Wade. I saw your comment above when I came in. I was like, oh no. Welcome back though. Yeah, spider. It was a little black one, probably the size of, I don't know how to say it, the size of your palm. It's a little black one. That's the size one. Just a small one. It's not that big. It's the size of your palm. But it's terrible. I don't like spiders. No, can't handle it. We have some very nice ones. We have ones that can go as, I think I told Jawa before, but we have ones that can go as big as 2 of your palms or 2 of your hands combined. The biggest one I've seen is probably that size, but I'm pretty sure you can go larger. There have been new species of larger spiders found probably in a supermarket. I'm joking. Okay. Yeah. Well, no. Tarantulas aren't deadly. Their bite's deadly, but they don't have any poison. So they actually can't really injure you if you're careful enough. But they are scary to be around. They're not like nice spiders. They're the ones that jump at you, by the way. The tarantulas, they jump at you. They don't run, they'll literally launch themselves off the object that they're standing on towards you. It's very fun. I think they're the most well portrayed in games and such. They are the jumping ones though. Spiders next to me. I'm like constantly. I have a flashlight. I'm constantly looking around because I play in the dark. I don't have any lights on, so I'm like looking around. So spiders, I hate them. Let's see if that worked. I think I've watched you guys into the void for a little bit. I'm like 30 seconds behind. One of these days you guys will be 10 seconds behind me. One of these days we won't be so far behind. There we go, it's launched. It's Steam making itself known to the world. Do let me know if you can't hear me that well. I'm speaking quieter because the spiders can hear vibrations. And well, it is late, so I'm speaking quieter just due to that. We marvel at the serenity of the forest, and I forgot all the voices again. And carve the of its silence. Okay, I think continue. I haven't figured out this place's save system yet, but it doesn't always work. That's the song of the day. Oh. Oh. Maybe. Might be the song of the day. Oh, I see a little light out there. Okay, it's nothing. So where are we again? I remembered my footing half the time when I was setting up this thing. This city has a plague. It's one of the places I have to go to ask about the bandit gang. Question, maybe? I don't remember clearly enough. So it has a plague. I feel like this is like a mystery. Like I'm trying to solve a mystery because everybody except for the 2 guards that I've previously met have been like vaguely talking about stuff. They haven't been telling me all the truth, which is something that I'm aware of. But I'll still be jovial and playful with them. See how much I can keep it up before I learn what I need to know. I'm going to somebody. I can't remember what voice I gave you. Oh my word. See how they're talking first. How are they talking? So they're talking in their language right now. And they're talking fiercely, so strongly. Okay. Because they're aggroed. Okay. Yeah. So they're talking fast, short sentences. Yep, okay. Let's try and do one. Ask, but there is... There we go. Ask, but there is not much we can do for you. We see no one, we travel nowhere, we're born on this hill, we die here. After a breath, her eyes get kinder. I'm Trevette. If you bring any news, I'll take it to our council. So I'm gonna ask for the RoadWarden at the White Marshes. That's not good. Hold on. Didn't set up everything. I did not set up everything. Okay, that should help. Were you bothered by bandits in recent seasons? Do you have anything to sell? Maybe some food rations? Didn't you want me to ask the other villagers? Don't you want me to ask the other villagers to help? Well, they are all contaminated or diseased. They have a plague. Probably not that. I guess we'll be straight to the point because we are here to ask about the bandits. Not in years, RoadWarden. They did attack us on the road once before, but their little pack wouldn't come here. At first, her tone is gentle, but after she blinks twice, it turns solemn. Or they would face our anger. Our walls fear only dragons, our blades are made of steel. How's Reginald doing? I'm not sure. I haven't spoken to Reginald yet in a while. I guess tell me about the illness, see if I can help them. Oh, I'm in Pegasus. Okay, I'm in Pegasus. It makes sense now. Pegasus has the plague. How's Reginald doing? I am not sure. I haven't checked Reginald in a while. I can check that too. Reginald seems fine, surrounded by keys and my missing fish trap and rope. So I think they're happy. We still have enough. We have like plants, so I have enough food for them. I'm running out of I'm running out of food. So it was pretty good. Yay, Reginald's doing good. I should probably give them a rest though soon, because they'd be tired after travelling all this way. Did like half the day already. She glances at someone or something that stands to her right. It lasts a long time. Oh, back to her speaking. It lasts a long time. Even those who seem to avoid death remain weak for days. There are fevers, headaches, red faces, red eyes, and rashes. Those whom we have had to burn were sleeping and raveling, unable to understand us, got too weak to move or even drink. She looks down. Children and elderly suffered the most. Why don't you harvest your crops? Even though her cold glare doesn't break, her voice betrays her pain. Some of our youth refuse to stay beyond the walls. They say they need to leave before they fall sick. If we were to let them outside, one of them could refuse to come back. You frown. No, it wasn't pain what you heard, it was shame. So they're guilty of keeping their people inside. Okay. Okay, let me understand what you just wrote. Also looking at some little spiders. I think I'm okay. I think. Okay, that's paranoid. Speaking of voice actors, I'm screaming when I sing. I blow my throat out every weekend. On Monday when I go to work, I can barely croak. Oh dear. I'm gonna say same because I also try to sing and I do the exact same thing as you. I don't know what pitch you sing at or what type of singer you are, Wade. From the type of music you play, it sounds like it's either a punk or a rock genre. I'm not sure. You're welcome to correct me if you're wrong. You can talk about your band and your practices you do. But have you tried having some tea, something like herbal tea? Things with warm milk and honey might help your throat, just to soothe it. So you can put on some milk to boil, or in a kettle if you have kettle for that thing. That thing being milk. Put on some more milk, put it in a glass, put a teaspoon of honey in there, mix it until it dissolves, and then drink that. It's not like an all like remedy, like it'll instantly heal you. No, it takes tries as well as like resting your voice. So welcome in, and thank you for the like. By the way, Wade, I saw that earlier. I can't think of anything else that might help though instantly. Things like soups might help, but other than that, I can't think of anything. And if you can't have like milk due to some allergy, you can just have like honey. That works by itself, but the milk's really good. I think things like soy milk and oat milk, as you can also substitute it, and also goat's milk if you can have that. They're all vastly different from the normal one, so it should help. Yeah. It won't fix it. It's not instantly fixing. Find a little recipe you can have from me. Put some warm milk and some honey together. It also works if you have a cold, although milk's not great if you have a cold. Okay, where am I up to? Maybe I can ask them here. I haven't asked anybody. I don't know. I don't think they'll have any rations other than what's around them. Oh, I see my badges up here. Oh, that's so cute. I see the badges. I used to be a mage. What do you mean I used to be a mage? Is it because I haven't used any magic yet? The first village I reached was Howler's Den. Oh, there's an award for that. That's so cute. And then I managed to reach the sea. That's so cute. So I wonder if the top bar here is all covered up by rewards and stuff. Can you guys even see what I'm pointing at? You can. Okay, good. Well, I guess I better go. Because they're not gonna budge. A village of stonemasons. Farmers set on top of a hill. Right near the sea. You're currently here. Let's keep going. Because they're stuck in their ways. Nope. Heavy rock, slightly punk influenced. Okay, I always thought so. Ah, yeah, that would do it. That would do it indeed. It's too late. I can't think of anything. I tried thinking. I'll think of something. If I do, I'll let you know. Something else. But yeah, that would do it to you. It's all the screaming. Don't feel too bad about it though. You'll just take time. And you'll notice that you get better as you keep going. Unless you blow out your vocal cords. Then of course you won't. Okay, I don't know where that accent came from. We've got now that accent, which is very interesting. Where's this road going? This road goes into nowhere. It goes into a hill. I'm going to be running into the hill. You ascend a gentle hill. Okay, I don't run into the hill. With green thickets covering the valleys. The path is an endless bridge built by ancient three-legged giants, or maybe by pagan spellcasters. Interesting. The higher you get, the fewer plants. Hit by a cold wind, you adjust your clock. I ride slowly, sitting in the center of the saddle. Mountains are harsh for horses. That is true. So let's do that. Whoa, that is a mountain. Look at that. Oh look, it's a village. They've got a label here. What does that mean? You approach the risen drawbridge. Observe the faces of the mountain, the hooks holding the hourglass as large as a person, displaying their devotion to the right proudly. Ah, okay. It took tremendous wealth and labour. What a waste of steel. I wonder who's responsible for polishing it. Temples in the city are even grander. I wonder who's responsible for polishing it. I do actually wonder. Is that a spider? No, okay. Double checking. There's no spiders. Okay. I think we're safe from spiders. You sing also? Question mark. Yes. Yes, I do. Or I used to sing. Nowadays I don't. Not too much anyway. The rustling of the leaves carry no songs of birds, shouting of apes, or whips of haunted critters. The river attacks its bank with a fierce roar. You get off your pal-fray. The cave mouths are connected by paths, stairs, and bridges. You don't see any people, but there's smoke coming from inside one of the entries. You hear muffled thums of hammers. The gardens are weeded, the buildings are firm. The grass trees on top of the mountain bear red and brown fruit. Green trees, not grass trees. Green, they're green trees. I was imagining them like really short, dwarfed style trees. 2 round sticks are tied with a rope to a nearby rock. You grab them, take a closer look. They are carved. Okay, so what does this say? Friendly. I make up a fine hit and shout a greeting at anyone who shows up near the building. I play a tune from a silly rhythm. Okay. And wait patiently. I do absolutely nothing and wait underneath the sunlight and get sunburnt, yes. I keep hitting them. I hit them 3 times, not too loud. Friendly. I hit firm, shouted greeting at anyone who shows up. Let's be playful. I play a tune, a silly counting out rhythm. The echo of your hits cuts through the swirling stream. Soon, 2 hooded figures leave a cave mouth at the top of the mountain and give you a quick look from the edge of the cliff. They walk down the path quickly but with caution. It takes them a while to reach the buildings, made of bricks, not of logs, covered with tiles instead of a thatch. Little by little, the bridge gets lower, then hits the grass gently. The shorter figure stays in the shadows, while the taller one steps outside. This is a place of reflection and prayer, traveler. Sorry, man's voice. I defaulted. Everything's fine. We can recover, it's fine. This is a place of reflection and prayer, traveler. The man's voice is hoarse but sorrowful. The echo gives it a eerie sound. He hesitates and points at you with his bandaged hand. Thou shalt show the due reverence. I nod and apologize. Okay. Let's not shrug. He lowers his head. You're at Right's heaven. Come. He turns around and returns to his companion. You let Reginald inside. The greeters take off their hoods. They wear brown, dark, simple worn robes. Ropes instead of belts. They have no jewellery nor ornaments. We're inside one of those. Just small bags made of fabric on their shoulders. The largest shell belongs to the strong, bare-footed man in his 50s. Despite having no weapons, his eyes are arduous, and could belong to a mussel standing in the door of a harbour tavern. His wrinkles are subtle, but there are only a few tufts of grey hair left on his greasy head. His skin is pale, covered with liver spots. though at a closer look you realize a few of them are just stains left by ink. I look at the second monk. The girl is about 14 with an slightly arch on her forehead, a robe that brushes the ground whenever she takes a step. Her black hair is tied into a humble ponytail. She observes your horse curiously, rocking her head to a side, but when she catches your look, she meets your eyes boldly, raises her chin as if to challenge you. Who's speaking? I think it's the other guy. The girl has introduced herself. Yeah, the mount is free to help. Oh, I forgot your voice already, mate. The mount is free to help itself with hay and water. We'll wait outside y'all can't sit here for a bit, but leave before the night. The plague is near, the struggle's ahead. While they indeed leave the room, their trust only goes so far. They observe you through the open door. The building is a single storeroom, filled with crates and barrels, a stack of firewood, another of bricks, a pile of straw, a chest, 2 wheelbarrows, and finally the rakes, shells, tools, clothing, and utensils. The light comes from the opening of the gate, accompanied by a sharp drift. Now, reload the page. I have so many questions. You're welcome to ask. It's understandable how to do voices when you keep yeah, I'm a bit distracted, unfortunately. It's fine though. I will be able to deal with them if they do appear again. I just don't know how fast I'll detangle myself with these cords. It's the only thing I'm worried about. Okay, I tether Reginald near the water trough and join the monks. Hopefully the water is not poison. Okay, the lack of walls makes you feel exposed, a pair of eyes observing you from the path above you, while others either climb to the very top or approach the unremarkable vegetable beds. Most of the dwellers wear hoods. All of them wear similar worn robes. A chilling wind touches your neck. I pull up my hood. Do I have a hood? Apparently I do. They keep their distance. The man greets you by raising his open palm, wrapped with band-aids that disappear underneath his sleeve. His lips form something between a sneer and a smile. What brings you here? What brings thee here? Art thou a go-between? The girl keeps an eye on your axe and occasionally glances at your boot, the one that hides a knife. I'm Rin, the new RoadWarden. Good, well, the roads need their wardens. The folks need their roads, but there are none behind this mountain. We take care of the one you just crossed. Ye thou'st not need to bother. Thy services are not required. Sorry, you slipped into a lady's voice. He gestures for you to wait. But there is a man with a red beard. Isn't this enough work for 2 of you? Oh, he's a ginger. He's a ginger. Okay. I didn't know what he looked like. But isn't work here enough for 2 of you? So they have seen him. Have you seen the roads around here? They're messy enough for 10 more. Nah, no, their roads are pretty good. Ashton, I was hoping to find him here. I'm sorry to disappoint thee. He rubs a leather spot on his hand, but he hasn't been seen in months. We rarely have any visitors different than our friends from old Pagus. We don't invite the outside world, and we don't care much for it. Hast thou checked in the pelt of the north on the southern road. If he's wounded, it is a safe shelter, I've heard, so he's suspicious of it, or I don't know. Suspicious. Let's see, continue on. The girl scratches the ground with her boot, though it remains hidden beneath her robe. The man looked at her with amusement. Looks like Delica here is eager to return to her duties. I'm Sorry. But I will not shake thy hand. One of us could carry the plague in our flesh. Who knows who can tell? What brings thou to our monastery? Oh, you guys are the monastery. Those are the mad ones in the mountains, okay. There's no spider over there? Okay. I'm looking to Barto. You know about the necromancers in the north. Well, I obviously can't because it's a sacred home, so I have some questions about a monastery. I'm looking for a job. I'd like to learn more about local bandits. I probably haven't heard anything about the bandits. I could probably ask them about this guy because he brought them up first. He's brought him up last. Yes. So what can you tell me about Astrid? Let me think. He looks at the sky, clenches his fist around the strap of his bag. Last time he was here, we asked him to find us some iron in Cloud Rocks. The second time he brought us a few scraps, but was wounded. A piece of flesh bitten away from his thigh. Said there was a three-legged worm that caught him off guard in the meadows. Instead of his pay, we offered him a potion. Anything noteworthy about the iron he delivered? Scavenged from furniture. Most of them were rusty. Who knows where he bought them? We melted them into nails. Scavenged from first. Most of them are rusty, so some are out in the weather. So they probably went in a cave, so they're out in the weather somewhere. Maybe he went deeper into the woods. That's probably it. Also, hello, welcome in. Tell me about Cloud Rocks. He hesitates, but finally nods. Just some seaweed eaters. Their soil is barren, but the strongest of them spends their days on the boats. Amongst the sharp rocks, those who can't hunt for fish boil water to make salt. They trade with other villagers. More than anyone in the peninsula, crops, wood, and meat, he snorts. But they're weak folk, weak and angry, like a wolf beaten and kicked from a pup. Loud, ready to bite, but all it takes is for somebody to raise their hand, then they jump away in whimpers. He lets go of his bag. At least they follow the right teachings. Let's do this because he asked me this. So, is there anything you can do about the plague in the opposite of Pagus? Well, he coughs. It doesn't help his hoarse throat. We don't understand what makes it grow. We put to use all the ingredients we found, brew as many potions and balms as we could, and they worked for one afternoon. Then people fell ill again. They could tell... who can tell where the sickness dwells? A powerful healer could get rid of it once for all with a single spell, but no followers of the Bright of the North carry such talent. We'll seek a great healer then. Could it be the punishment? Maybe it's time for somebody. I'll seek a great healer then. He rubs his hands together and pressing his thumb against his palm and looked up at the sky. Such as the druids, the necromancers, the golem maker, dangerous souls with no reason to help us. What do you know about the heart of the woods? I used to, but like all places that belong to the beasts, it shifts every year. The reason why it still has trails at all is that the creatures use our roads as their own game trails. Only a dimwit would try to cross it now. After you ask him if he knows such a person, he takes a deep breath. Well, I've heard Quintus, the innkeeper, the gatekeeper from Old Pagus, is dead or missing. He is brute and an idiot, and can't understand jokes, can't stand weaklings. If thou ever meet him, just smile and let him speak, as much as he needs to shut up. What can you tell me about, bandits? Then ask in villages. He looks at the wooden entrance hall behind you. No group is going to bother us, for they got no understanding of magic and potions. I thought so. So the bandits haven't come here then. They probably haven't gone to Old Pagus, because it's also diseased, and they probably know about that. Okay, I'm trying to figure it out in my head right now. Everything's all good. Do you need any help? I'm looking for a job. He puts his hand together and repeatedly taps his finger. After a few breaths, he straightens up. No. I have some questions about the monastery. And what could those be? Let's say, tell me about your faith. He takes a deep breath, puts on the hood to close his eyes, and his voice, while still hoarse, becomes monotone, like a scribe reading a list of the dead. The right is the good, greatest of souls, the light, wall of light that protects humankind, the life after death. Those who follow their teaching will abandon their shells. To follow means to guard the white's trials and help it grow its strength and peace. To achieve this goal, one needs to learn to accept the creation and true nature. This allows us to shape matter, soul, and magic without turning them against us. To be a monk means to find freedom in the right's tablets, to abandon one's ambitions. I serve the white's will. I let it build my salvation. I prepare the trials for their end. He takes off the hood again, and for the first time you see this true gentleness in his eyes. May those words be carried with my blood, so be it. I follow his prayer, so be it. He smiles and adjusts his roots. Yes, may they be written on my soul. You catch glimmers of presentiment on Alika's face. She turns away from you, glance, shaking her back ponytail. Interesting. Also, thank you for the like. I don't know who did it. Let me catch up with you, Wade. I'm like 30 seconds ahead and I have to catch up with you. Tell me more about how you used to sing but don't anymore, please. Okay. So, I forgot how long ago this was because I don't keep track of time. But I used to be in a choir, which is how I started singing initially. It was mostly a vocal choir with mixed voices. So that's how I started singing. After that, it was just as a hobby that I used to sing out loud to everybody who would hear me. And I would do it kind of annoyingly, I think, back then. Because I would just be singing out loud. Because I used to like singing a lot. It was nice. I still sing sometimes. That feels like I'm saying a different word. It's fine, everything's good. And now it's nice to sing. makes a very good hobby, and it also trains your voice, which is good. What was the second part of your question? I can find it now. But don't anymore. Curious tale. To put it simply, I lost the reason why I sing. I thought I sang to kind of like, because it made everybody else happy, which it did whenever I was singing, but after a while I realized it wasn't the case, so I don't sing for other people anymore, I just sing for myself. And that translates to me not singing in front of people anymore. Yeah. It's an interesting thing. I would like to sing in front of other people. I've thought about it for like ages, but I haven't had the opportunity to do it. Maybe one day. We will see though. It just depends on everything. Life has gotten also a lot busier, so I don't have time anymore to join another choir or try to join one. They're still around. I see a few of them go out, but it takes a lot of time, patience and practice to do those sorts of things, and I don't have that sort of time because I have this, I have other things, and I don't want to lose all the stuff that I like doing. I like hanging out and talking with you guys and not having a hoarse voice whilst doing it. It's very nice. And having the free time to catch anybody's streams and things. I like to listen to your voice. Oh, thank you. I just saw that comment. I think it was behind. So you know about vocal ranges, kind of. I know they exist. I can't remember them. I can't remember them all. Okay. Maybe have a look. I forgot which one that was. I've heard of a few other ones. Well, I haven't heard of anybody having the baritone one. Okay, so yours is like a G. Just the G. Oh, that's a nice one to have. That would be great for operas. Have you ever thought about joining a choir? Have you ever thought about joining an opera or a choir, Wade? You can join one of those. That is a great voice though. I'm having a look at something. You have made me look. You're in the A range. Okay, I was wrong about that. My knowledge about vocal ranges is very old, as much as everything is here, but that's a very nice voice you have. Oh no, you started typing more. My streams decide to break. Hey, look. Oh, you like doing karaoke? Yeah, you'd be like, that is a nice voice to have. You'd be great singing everything. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Harmonizing is a skill in itself as well, you know. Not everybody can do it because it takes practice. It also takes knowing your own limits very well. So you have to know what you can, can't do. So you're already like, you're like leagues ahead, just knowing how to harmonize with somebody else. Then you like doing karaoke and singing. It is such a nice hobby, being able to sing, and it is a talent in itself. Let's see this. Do you have a name? Can you tell me about your orders? Does this place have a leader? So that's new questions. How does one become a knight? I like that. They'd probably be not willing to give this up. Does this place have a leader of sorts? He crosses his arms and takes a look at the cave mouth behind him, and takes a harsh look at you. If our palate was willing to see thee, they'd let thee know. I'm willing to prove that I'm worthy. We'll see, maybe. Does this place have a name? It's just a monastery. Depends on who thou ask. It is the largest temple on the side of Hag Hills, the only one besides the sacred cave in Gal Rocks. He points at the huge hourglass. It is the right summit, or the Temple of Old Pagus, or High Cave, like they used to be for my nun. He rests his thumb behind the rope of his waist. That's an interesting way to say that he's leaning against his hips. The tribes come and go, the name shifts. For now, we know what we mean by the monastery. We all know what we mean by the monastery. Let me return to my other question. Do you know about the necromancers in the north? He rubs a liver spot on his forehead with his bandaged hands, looking with one eye at his short companion. This and that, so she'd probably find them. What's your stance on necromancy in general? He puts his fingers, gathers his pulls his fingers, gathers his thoughts. My stance? I don't need one. I trust the white. The dead markers need to be weeded out. Their power brings only fog. Ones may think the spellcaster is in control of the shell, but once they lose their breath, the dead are free, searching for blood, and humans never control the dead. Okay. Let's go back on the road. So this is a dead end. I can't go past here, so I have to go backwards. That's another dead end. You can't get here before nightfall, yeah, because I have the fishing thing. It's too late to spawn out of my area. Oh, because it's nighttime. What time is it? Okay, 5 hours before dusk. Well done, I see your messages. I'm coming. Nah, you're all good. You can talk in the background. I'll just come and read a bit and then I'll come talk to you. It's kinda like juggling plates. My grandma used to take me to a Baptist church and everybody sings, yes. Everybody sings in those places. She was horrible, aww. But that's like the best type of singing, when you know you're horrible, you're out of tune, and yet you still sing. That shows that somebody is singing from their heart when they're actually doing that. So, while for you it might be out of tune and absolutely horrible, for them it could be something different. But yeah, that's so sweet though. That is so sweet. We've got 5 hours before dusk. I think everywhere else said there's muddy roads and I can't travel too much. This place almost killed me. The foxes don't like. I think I went down there last time. I'm debating where to go. I kind of want to go down there to see if the old man's still there. But I also want to get some money. Do I have any of this? Journal, that was it. Help others. Bird hunting. Okay, that's before the afternoon. Check on alpacas. Oh, okay, so I should bring the news to Foggy. And then the tunnels heading north is closed. I need somebody to teach me that's in Gal Rock, and they won't let me in. Claims that people from the creek, a hunting village in the far north, has some issues maintaining their roads. But according to the Pelt's innkeeper, Ban had broken the truth with the local villagers. He's going to pay me 2 dragons if I get in touch with. Won't answer my questions until I learn about the raids from the north villages. Okay, I have to go to the north ruined village. Large claw marks, some humans, chop down trees, swamp altars. I have so many things to do and not really a lot to do, so I guess I can go back to old Foggy, and then in the afternoon I'll just have to remember for tomorrow to stay around and help with the bird hunting. I won't get here before nightfall. Is it grayed out? This is delightful. Fisher trap there. Why is Howard's not gone out? Oh, not Howard's, the Pelt of the North. Go to Howler's Dell. What time is it? You ride through the open gates and swiftly dismount. Some of the locals greet you politely, but they keep your distance. After you notice hear and smell the dirt in your clothes, you wonder why. Well, I can't help it, can I? I feel like I have money. I do have money still. I don't really want to rest here either. Can I ask them to not pay? no, pay scolds at you, but points as an empty bucket and steps away. I fill the trough with water from the creek and make sure Reginald is comfy. You wonder a lot. I got scolded at, that's funny. You wander through the village, groups of children covered in mud by your mount, arguing loudly about what's better, donkeys or horses. You smell a pleasant aroma of gathered herbs as well as freshly baked bread. A washerwoman. Okay, I go back to the main square. You approach the inn. The stools and benches are filled, people sharing meals, news, plans for later. The air is lively, filled with smooth routines. The innkeeper is walking amongst the tables carefully, taking care of empty bowls and plates or bringing new servings from inside. Thallus is nowhere to be seen. The stall is in perfect order, but it draws little of the locals' attention. The trader walks around gossiping. Whenever somebody approaches the counter, he moves back quickly. Let's go to the trader. The man behind the counter, inspecting a sack of white flour, mumbles to himself, occasionally cursing. The locals walk away. You give space to talk to the trader and pits. Weevils, he points at little dark blue insects that are trying to flee. My fire was ground a few days ago. Now pies for us tomorrow. He puts the sack on the ground. I'll take care of it later. A RoadWarden, Either the mayor cared enough to see you. Kids are lining up to look at your horse. Strangers like ghosts to them. He wears a simple brown robe with no hood. A rope instead of a belt and a modest trim of green thread, barely reaching his knees, revealing his... This sounds familiar. This sounds like the mountains people. It could be a coincidence, because as far as I'm concerned, they all had hoods, but it feels very much like it. I wouldn't put it past there to be several of those places in here. Okay, let's keep going though. And crude cutouts made of linen. At the time, it was too large for them and hangs. At the same time, it's way too large for him and hangs from him like a bag. Looks like a poor vendor from Halavan. He stands sideways to you with legs crossed, leaning on the counter with one hand, keeping the other one on his hip. He's around 40, short and a bit greasy, with a humble beard, hair. His fingers are unusually long. Are you a barrel collector? Do you sell them? Does this one say? You're a trader, I assume? I'm glad guess we'll see each other often. I'm looking for a trader. I'm here to talk. Each other often. For you, a trader, for me, and neighbors and treasure. The name is Arceus. Everybody brings here what they have in abundance. I sell them to travelers or divide it among the workers, builders, artisans. These things have mine. He runs his eyes over the crates and barrels. But I can show you our wares if you want. But do not ask me for better prices just because you're a traveler. I need to explain myself for every deal I make, or Thallus will laugh at me all the way to the pay. So hello, welcome back. Surprise me. Yeah, I'd like to sell the metal scraps. We could always use some metal, but these scraps are one rain away from being trashed. See, this one's already rusty. You won't get more than 6 rings for that. Deal? Deal. 6 He dresses for you to gather your things. This trunk doesn't interest me. We're looking for what we not made by ourselves, like iron, enchanted items next time maybe. I pack my things. We're not getting any younger here. Need any help? You know what? There's something urgent. I need medicate for my daughter. Nah, she's hurt. Not that she's hurt or anything. He raises his open palm, as if to show he's not holding a knife. She's a teen and wants to start hunting in the woods. But nah, I can't teach her much. But I'd sleep better with her having a healing potion. You have, he hissed, almost 16 days. Bring me a potion before the last dusk, and I'll pay you 5 dragon rings. Where can I find such a potion? I can think of 2 places. The safe bet is beyond old Pagus, on the mountain of crazy monks. Crazy and boring. The more boring than I found Malford. But they often brew with magic. You could also head south, east of the crossroads behind the Pelt of the North. I've not been there myself, but you can find a dolmen there. There's as old as a city, and this, he points to a clink pouch and pulls out a massive iron key. It's meant to open some secret passage there. Why doesn't she take the stall after you? A strong elixir would be. How do you know about that secret? Nah, she's fine. She hates me. It's better for her to take after her mother. Your daughter hates you. His voice lowers like a grunt. Since you have to know, our law makes me admit I was a wife. Yep. And by my own deeds, I've lost my family. My daughter has a new father now. I'm not allowed to marry again. He starts to speak faster. He also wiggles his fingers at you. But I'll never touch my girl. Keep her safe is the right thing to do, even if it does not make things right. Fine, I'll look into it. Good, she smiles. Anything else? I'll walk away. I go check my journal and see now what I have to do. So I have to go back to Pagus and do that again. Okay. I went nowhere in real quick time. I did a loop. Everything's fine. I should probably look for a place to sleep. Why am I pressing escape? Talk to Eric, the innkeeper. Eric approaches the counter, welcomes you with a smile. Thanks. You're in front of the April Owl Inn. Ask the guard, looking for the mayor. Oh, I can't sleep. What? Why can't I sleep? Druids won't agree to see me because they don't like me. I guess I go to the Beholder. You reach the crossroads. The tree is perfectly still and hasn't changed since the first time you saw it. The bubbles are breaking away from the water's surface, but you can't get close enough to identify their source. We seek shelter. It's too dangerous to stay here. You can't sleep here. You'll have to find a safer place as soon as possible. Travel? The sharp mountains cut through the horizon. The water's getting gradually muddy. The clearer it gets, the more animals you see. A family of deer blocks the path, resting and enjoying the cold water. It would be deadly for a human stomach. You consider riding around them through the spa meadow, but your presence also causes them disquiet. Without much hesitation, they regroup and run east into the forest, leafy forest. I travel forwards. I'm going to collapse. Everything will be fine. Oh, I found. It is. It's the old inn. I remember this. From when we were doing the demo, we Not in. Mine. Why is it an in? It's a mine. Okay. What sign am I? What sign? No. No. You're not gonna get that. I don't care too much for that wave. I do know it, but I don't care too much. You shall have to guess. So for some reason that happens. Okay. You've reached the Hagged Hills, the wall of stone that blocks the city's grasp. The well-established route through them leads through the valley where you found Halia's camp. There are no maps of the highland nor local tribes, only stories. The beaten path leads you by the garden beds of herbs, vegetables, to a very old yet not abandoned mine hidden behind a massive door of steel. I look around, there's no hitching rail for a mount. It's the bearded man again. Let's go. A bearded skinny elder sitting on a bench, observing you like a sculpture, with his legs crossed and fingers interlocked on his abdomen, which is the stomach. Friendly and comprehensive. Good day to you. Don't worry about my horse, I'll keep it away from your garden. I'll look around. Let's do this one. Only worms too stupid to understand me would... Only worms too stupid to understand me would eat what's mine. You dismount and mention that your pathway is no worm, but the man remarks you with a thick accent. Let me see you whilst you speak. I cannot hear without magic, but I'll read your lips. He doesn't yell, his voice reminds you of a combat instructor from the city, not village. His face is wrinkled, but he sits straight, with a beard and hair still carries glimpses of fair blonde. He's tanned like a worker, his eyes are blue and piercing, as they belong to an infant. Yea, not from here. I will not welcome a stranger in this refuge. Say what you're looking for and be gone. I explain who I am. What do you want to call him? I don't know. Minor? Confirm. What happens if I call him Astrid? He stares off across the garden beds, forcing you to wait in silence. The elder is tall, with long hair, a beard that was let loose a long time ago. His sandals are covered in dust. You spot dirt on his clothes and skin. A woolen tunic, linen was made with care, decorated with beautiful threads at the collars and sleeves. Now all the blues and greens are faded. The fabric is held together by patches and scratches. His hands are still folded and the voice remains firm. You do not know our customers, your name, your trade. You're calling me nothing to this forest, and I don't know what you expect to find here, but there's no space for strangers. I wait for him to look at me. The man stands up and approaches your pathway without touching it. He observes its eyes, mane, stomach, and rear. Reginald ignores this examination. My nose was right. Astron is dead, as are his plans. Such is fate of all the dreamers. He turns towards you with a grim look. Are you going to look for him? You nod. Why? If he's vanished into the fog, there's no point in putting yourself in danger. What do you expect to find? help? Do you believe that a man with no power... Are you still talking? You are, okay. Do you believe that a man with no power over animals could disappear into the wilderness, not surprised for that long? He lets out a chilling laugh. I bow to your optimism. He doesn't actually bow. If you say what you say is honest, you and I could share our past one day. Defending those who could not help themselves is something that makes me whole. He takes a deep breath and has some questions for you. I nod. His voice is cold and confident. What do you need? Are you really guessing, are we now, Wade? Sorry I asked too much. I'm a Scorpio. Oh, nice. Zodiacs, I think. I can't remember. I'm very bad at this stuff. Are you a Scorpio also? That's my guess. Okay. I can't see your other message. Hold on. You have a 1 in 12 chance of being right. Are you trying to lower it until you guess it? Honestly, that's fair. I can tell you that you are wrong. I'm not a Scorpio. But congratulations on being one. I don't know whether or not that's good or bad. Being a Scorpio sounds really nice. I can change his name, which is interesting. He has blonde hair, doesn't he? Oh, it changed. Well, I do kind of need a place to rest. I'm actually really tired. I bring news of old Pagus. A terrible plague has fallen upon it. His eyes widen. What did you say? A plague? There goes his voice again. You tell him everything you heard about the symptoms. He observes your lips and sometimes asks you to clarify some details. Though you usually don't know how to answer him, he finally nods, then turns away and approaches garden beds, lost in his thoughts. You wait in silence. He speaks after a short break. There's nothing I can do. His words are trembling. Is there anything I can do? He strokes his beard and examines your equipment. There may be. You could help me cast a spell of great power, but it will take much. You would not dare know if you would give up a grand reward. It is a quest for a hero, not a messenger. By now there are no heroes. You might be right, tell me more. You underestimate me, I show you what I'm made of. I'm full of magic, I can show you what I'm made of. Before you finish, he turns away from you and looks at the falling water. Then listens. Then listen. No, wrong voice. Where did you go? Come back to me. Hold on, I need your voice again. Then listen. Help me wake the beholder, the good totem from the swamp. You've already passed its altars in the cross world, north from here. It needs to feed, and it only feeds on spirits. The magic held in humans' blood, the magic locked in items, offer them, and it will enter your hole. But it's a hungry being, and it will be, be neutralized by a single gift. Who knows how much it wants?
He carries on without pausing, as if he's speaking from memory. But let it grow, it will reward you. Take its holy seed, bring it back to me. I will enter the village, even through the totem's power, I will replenish my strength. So keep the magic before it leaves the lungs of the humans. He stands in the same spot for a few breaths, then finally looks back at you. About this said, his voice becomes confident and sorrow. The beholder bears one fruit a year, not only if it's hungry is satisfied. The heart of the fruit is the seed. It holds great power, strength, and magic. Therefore, when winter ends, the people of Hallow's Keep gather at its feet, give away the magic in their blood possessions. It is a sacrifice one would kill a single soul, but shared by many. It's a sacrifice. It's a sign of acceptance and act of overcoming pain. So I offer magic to the portal. What should we do next? You deliver the seed to me. We shall leave, though we need time to old Pagus and back. It is a long road for a shell of my years, but the totem gifts will keep me strong. Have anything I can give to the altar? Oh, I got a rock. We have a new friend. We have a rock. This is our new traveling companion. It is a rock. We have a lovely rock over here. He reaches into a pouch which was previously hanging from his neck. I do not know you, and nor can I trust you, but this is life or death of dozens of souls. I have no choice here. He reaches, and you see a flat bluish pebble lying on his open palm. You go to any streams and finds thousands of rocks like this one. It is a gift I received years ago, a rock filled with magic by a Conta, the enchantress. Oh, she's in the heart of the forest. Once put in one's mouth, it brings back the strength of one exhausted magicka, or it will kill you. If you're not a spellcaster, put it on the altar and it will help you feed it. If you say so, traveler, if you say so. We met Ariston. He wanders through the garden beds from time to time, touching the leaves in his hands. He was here, more than once. He was not one to stand aside or let events play out by themselves. The villagers from the north, sometimes in need of assistance, Lord Alistair was serving them as a messenger. He bends down and tears away a small flower plant. He wanted to settle down amongst these roads, maybe to live freely. He had the great plans, wanted to make this realm flourish. To rebuild the ruins, get rid of the Baggins, and clear the titles. I told him the forest needs no more people, and this realm is too wild to feed and clothe everybody. His greed and his dreams eaten him now, and he is not anymore. He pauses. You can hear his breathing heavy, as if he's tired. He stands up, and that's it, traveler. If you want to look for his shell, travel north, far north. People should know where he is. North, and we'll do that. Need anything else? I've heard about some bandits. Have they bothered you? He strokes his beard and then grasps it nervously. There are souls who steal from the White Marshes, a village in the north. They do not dare to show up here, but their Baggins are brutal simpletons. Even their leader, Gladia listens only to force and will humiliate for the enjoyment of a plan. Refuse not to be afraid of some loss, RoadWarden. He gets out of his beard. He lets go of his beard and lowers his head. She drifted so far away from her old self, a kind, bright girl from Galax, loved by her parents, but now do not cross her, or she will find you. Okay, so White Marshes. Everybody up in the White Marshes seems to know what's going on. I need a place to rest. Okay, that's that. Seems like the path is quite dangerous. It has a long dark past. Not already caught up many souls of the builders, tis bathed with blood. 10 years have revealed it was for nothing. Since the day of he glances at you, once again surprising you with how shiny and lively the blueness of his eyes are. Of great discord, the tribes of this land will lock themselves in the fields and houses, too afraid to leave behind, too untrusting to meet another soul unguarded. 'Tis not the first road to be claimed back by the wilderness, and will not be the last. You ask if he has any tips for you on how to survive such trips. He tells you it would be wiser to avoid it. Then he reaches his pocket, grabs a leaf, puts it to his mouth, chewing gently. Death may take many paths to a stranger, but cats are the one enemy that both are dangerous in its stealth, as is its contact. People can fight it alone. If you see one of them, it's too late. Don't provoke it, make it wary, but not scared. Look big, talk a lot, seek its actions in its eyes. I'm looking for a job, I guess. Well, he has everything he needs. I guess we can go seek shelter. It's too dangerous to stay here. Travel. I'm in the town again. Sleep? Can I sleep here? Yes, I can. Sleep on here. This takes a lot of noise outside. Consents. I mean, we have money. We might as well sleep in the room. Last try. Okay, one last try. You cancel PRCs and I'll stop. That's 2 of them. You're gonna have to pick between one of them, Wade. I'm not gonna answer for 2 at a time. You have to pick between one. It's a calm and warm night as your first sleep ends. This is my 3rd sleep. You stretch out and prepare yourself for an active hour or 2. It's time to take care of some things that must have been done at least once every few days, though they're a bit more challenging you with your nightly schedule. Focus my breath and practice. You spend the night in rest, a clean bed with a tightly shut window and warm blankets. In the morning, you found a stool placed by your bed, covered with fries, breaded mushrooms with gravy, a slice of bread with butter and cheese, some of that, and once you get dressed, you head downstairs. A young boy who's covered in mud is speaking unusually loud and excited, mentioning that Reginald has been brushed and watered. You nod, but he runs outside without noticing. The innkeeper is sitting near the door, from time to time carrying another bowl with either stool or gruel, and the mayor is nowhere to be seen. Okay, it's morning now. I'm fully happy and I'm actually clean this time. Save. I leave the square. I'd go travel again. So the mine guy's here. Let's go here for a bit. I approach the altar. The cream-colored limestone is smooth. The tree is pretty still and hasn't changed a bit since the last time I saw it. I make an offering. Hold on, I gotta type. You don't know a spell which could transform you towards an object. It requires knowledge and experience of enchanter. Yay. Perhaps you could strike the altar with a powerful part of that was left in you. You two won't be impacted in the process. The power is a bit dangerous towards this target. I'll risk it. One wrap with the linen sheath and grab the willow wand, still as smooth as the day you bought it. Pointedly, the curved twig is thin but heavy from the injected quicksilver. You raise it as you're about to strike the air with a dagger, then let it swing. Let's hope it works. The tree greets your offering with the sound of moving, stretching of branches. I walk away. What's my journal say about this? Oh, I need to go to Foggy. Foggy. That's right. Oh, I need to go up here again. That's great. I'm gonna go everywhere. It's gonna be fine. Let's go here. The road is still covered with pebbles leftovers, as well as all the leaves, branches on the ground. At least the beast is nowhere to be seen, even though there are some fresh paw prints nearby. Your plan worked just fine. Let's hope the locals won't be upset with the wasted fruits. The white and black eel is circling around you, but leaves you alone before you reach the monastery. You spot more than a dozen hooded figures absorbed by their work in the fields amongst the fruit trees. One of them is hanging by the hourglass, polishing it with a cloth. Oh dear. You call the monks by hitting this string and the drawbridge is lowered. ゚Q&A greets for you to enter the storehouse with his banished hand. Warden, he nods. Is everything all right? His young companion is next to him, observing your palfrey. Would you like to pass her? Not today, not before spring. Our orders to use every bottle we make to help the sick from haggis, as well as protecting ourselves. At the steel hourglass hanging from the wall. Taste, softness, tools of murder. We crave not. Last thing we lack are delicates we could offer to the sick and warm, but thou wit may not find such a thing in the Sandland. I was asked to look for a healing potion for this trader. A brief mention of Dolmen is enough to spark an understanding gleam in the monk's eye. I know of this place. Even spent the night there once or twice. But as I truly thinks it hides itself from their eyes, head to somebody who cares about these paths. Try Foggy. He turns his head around, scratching his ears. They're the innkeeper of the North Road. She might have heard of something. Okay, bye. We go to Foggy. Let's go. All the way up again. You'll stop? Okay. Okay, wait. You hear a commotion coming from the lake. Drawing your eyes to the air bubbles and water rippling. A couple of moments, scraps of the lake turn red. The foragers inspecting the boat, talking about their recent fishing trip. The taller man welcomes you and nods. What time is it? It is like hours before dusk. When was I supposed to go hunting with you guys? Someday before afternoon while the birds are still around, so let's talk to these guys first. I approach them. They're chatting about the weather, planning the next couple of hours. They won't be ready. Oh, we have a time limit, okay. Never mind. Everything's all good. I enter the tavern instead. Someone is snoring in the attic. Foggy is resting on a chair, observing you with an open eye. She welcomes you with a gentle nod. I bring news of old Pagus. They're not good. I got money. Listening to your tale, she rubs her forehead. Well, that's not what I was hoping to hear, love. But I'm glad you went there. Better warn the other settlements. Folks should know before they send their own messages. It's going to be roughly a few seasons for us all. She pulls out a dragon bone from her pocket and tosses it in your direction. Yeah, good job. She steps back towards the altar door and takes a look at the lake. Want me to do anything else? She scratches the stub of her missing arm. Her voice, powerful, carries a hint of threat. I need a soul who can handle a delicate task. I'm not sure it's you, dear. Let's ask her. She looks at you for a long moment without the slight movement. And why do you think he's here? I misunderstand you. She shakes her head, leans on the table. I don't know his whereabouts. He doesn't tell me a thing more than I need to hear. When was the last time you saw him? She glances at the windows. Same as the others. In the late days of spring, we were waiting for his return. Me and all the villagers then moved on. I have no idea where he went. She presses her tongue against her cheek. Well, I'm not sure. He brings me news or delivers my messages. Sold me some stuff, sometimes brought me a thing or two. His life wasn't really anything rivaling. Just another mug guzzler sitting in the corner, patching his clothes. She stares at you without blinking, such as... hints of where he went. She frowns. I'll tell you if I think of anything. She rests her only hand against her stomach, which you identify as her versions of crossing her arms. A customer, an errand, a run, else what's to say? Your additional questions don't get any answers. She brings up the man's looks equipment without adding much on to what you've already learned. Talia. He was playing with dragon bones, rarely bartered, she added. That's what city folk do, yeah? Seeking riches and lock themselves away in a chamber. I frown. I see no problem with that. Well said. She chuckles. Her chuckle makes you think of Wolf's growl. He'll return later. water. Time for me to go. Let's go traveling, because we still have to go up north. Choice north. Here and there. What time did I have to go to the fishes? Wasn't it like also before dark? Where is the fish? Where is the fish? Where is the fish at? Oh, I need to ask for you about Dolman. But I don't have that option yet. I thought I had a quest with the fishes. Oh dear, sorry about that. Maybe I don't. The reckless waves keep sharpening the two slight rocks. There are no boats, nets, or fishes in the sight, but there are countless boot hoofprints in sight, both on roads next to it. I approach the pier. You stand next to the shed. The fishers are in the middle of their work. Most of them are either away from the coast, casting nets, or just walking around with heavy boots, but revealed legs using their fancy sharpened spears to catch either a fish or a bird sitting on one of the rocks. Also a few people laying equipment, eating, resting, keeping an eye on the equipment. Head to the fishes. It's too late, so I have to get it, just before midday. See you later. We go travel, I guess. That's the only thing I can do, so let's go. Oops-a-daisy. The road east is beaten and clean, with enough space to fit 2 wagons side by side. You pass by a few plum trees, apple trees, and cherry trees, and even more stumps, likely belonging to what has been turned into Foggy Lake. The life in the plains is busy and loud, but so far you don't see any lurking beasts, judging from the many trampled parts of the meadow and all the fresh food trails. Foragers search this corner of the peninsula quite often. They don't leave much behind. You reach a shining pool at the edge of the forest. You ride beneath 2 trimmed trees growing on opposite sides of the path. Like a column leading to the right temple, shouts and heavy steps prepare you for trouble ahead. 2 shells are circling around each other. One of them is a 4-limbed saran, dark grey skin as long as your palfrey, but only a knee high. But it's wandering left and right along the banks, hissing repetitively, sticking out its tongue, and retracting it. This snout monster doesn't look like a born hunter of humans, but its long tail is swinging like a whip. For now, only threatening so you don't doubt that getting hit would feel like you're breaking your bones. The second one belongs to a brown-skinned man wearing leather pants, a long brown woolen cloak, and a matching pelt of a wolf on his head and shoulders. Like a hunting hood, his voice is both gentle and scared, and he is scratching his hands in front of him, trying to make the beast stay away. This is a maltray. A second shell is right in the middle between the other 2. The creature you don't recognize from the distance, but it is in a puddle of its own blood, and it's not moving. I ride slowly, take a look. You stand up in the saddle to get a better view, realizing the corpse on the ground is that of a white ynx. The man, who acknowledges your presence with a nod, speaks with a hint of playfulness in his voice, asking the Saran to be nice as to stay away. Then he turns towards you and points at the prey. Friend, lend me your hand, will you? I am trying to seize it. Can I help? I don't think... He grins, triumphantly raising a finger. That's the spirit. This index is our destiny, friend. He points at the beast, and as his hat moves around, the loose jaw shaking, it distracts you. Yes, friend, you'd have any fruit in those sacks? Throw it at them. I unpack some wild fruits. You show him a sack, he eagerly nods. Perfect, go ahead, throw them. You grab an apple or pear that don't look appetizing, toss them towards the beast. They land just right next to it, while it walks right and left, moving its tongue rapidly in and out. It only crashes some of the fruits with its feet. Maybe more will do it. Without asking for your permission, the man grabs a few plums, throwing them right at the beast's head. They land, the creature cuts the air with its tail, hissing angrily. Other than that, nothing changes. You know what? I think the fruit eater has these yellow spots on his back, he starts, clearing his throat after he meets your eyes. You step out of the way, guess I'm out of luck. Well, yeah, we could do that. Maybe you're right, he sighs. Though his voice seems cheerful, but at least we tried. You won, so great hunter. He makes a mocking bow towards the beast, and the brown wolf bounces on his head. He steps away from the horse. Well, my home is this way, in the creeks. You coming? Before you answer, he turns around and goes uphill. The Saran observes him for a bit, but you can't read anything in its eyes. Once you grab the reins, leading him out forward, the beast don't wait any time. It pulls the ynx heads into its mouth, as if trying to swallow the entire creature whole. I catch up with the man. You leave the pool behind and approach the woods. Even from a distance, you see a distinct trail leading between the trees. It's not a forest garden, no, but it's not that bad. With every word, the man's voice gets even more cheerful. It's not that grim, and I haven't seen a cat here in years. But with no cats, there are no boars there now. But there are boars there now, and there are boars. There are also more gargoyles, he sighs, his steps getting lighter as he leaps forward and bows to you, showing you the tip of its furry hood. Better not go too deep, kind traveller, there are no roads there. His face is not much older than 20, shaved with great care, cleaner even than among the city folk. While his hood and heavy cloak mask his figure, he seems well fed and healthy. I'm not a pathfinder, the wilderness isn't for me. Oh no, I regret not bringing some water again. This is tiring, to say the least. Oh dear, just a few bit more. Now I'm ending up with a hoarse throat as well. It isn't for anyone at all. He laughs and straightens up. But it is a safe place, so than most. We even walk from Foggy's to our own homes after dark. Not a soul has died like that in that 2 years. His words are full of pride. But we're halfway there, friends. Creeks is a gorgeous place, you know. You'll love it. Smiles, sure I will. road is gentle, but the man is incapable of being silent. Every unusual tree seems to be tied to a story of his life. You make sure you notice a small stream you cross on a new solid bridge. One of many creeks, you see, he says with untamed amusement. A tiny gorge lands you between the mountains. This place is quite susceptible to bandits. It feels like the end of realms. You follow the path's trail of shouts and laughter. 7 people about 20 years old are gathered at a wooden bridge, leaning against the railing, bathing in the stream, lying on the grass, pieces of clothing making of fur and leather are spread around, next to crude throwing clubs. One of the sounds of hooves managed to break through the chattering. Curious young eyes, touched by war times, turn towards you, and our excited whispers spread. The shells are proudly displayed. Confident smiles are both inviting and challenging. "How's the water?" the hunter greets his tribefolk while standing on the logs. "Gentle and warm," says a man, resting his friend's shoulder. "Caught any squirrels?" There are paths leading in many directions, but the main road will take you uphill. Pardon? Awkward as I walk past the not wearing any clothes people. Look at the watchtower. What? This is like a repeat of me finding orcs not wearing any clothes in Morrowind. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet, but I found like 3 orcs not wearing any clothes. It was very entertaining, and also stop getting scared. Light dances on wet hair, boasts on their heads, and luring your eyes just as much as the revealed chests and muscular arms. You've interrupted not just their baths, but the souls who speak with your guide is in embracing each man as he's standing behind him, while one of the women is keeping her arms around the waist of yet another man. You hardly see any wounds or marks caused by sickness. The harshest days of this group are still ahead. As you move your eyes from one person to another, they greet you with kind nods, but you notice their eyes are focused on your ragged clothes. Once you step off the bridge, the hunter chuckles. "Seeking warmth, eh? Don't worry, we're not that obsessed with outfits." The wolf's head bounces as he speaks. I notice the group then follow the man. The walls is as tall as trees, but being placed on top of the crates makes it look impenetrable. How the gate closed? The hunter turns to the watchman and repeats his question, only even louder. "Maybe call Aha. Not too blind to see we have guests, eh?" A hardly visible guard with a female voice leans over the tower. "He's coming, Howler. Just relax." Her shouts hint of no patience towards him. "You die in thy wood after the bath. Would we close?" Man glances at you. I wait patiently. "Ah, Alha, just my brother." He gestures for you to ignore it. "I'm Afrin, so thanks to our parents for it keeps mistaking our names." Alha has a stick in his back. Is as boring as nagging as a legless donkey. And the soul from the tower hides again. Then the gate opens. We enter the village. The sparse clumps of grass surviving only end of the sparse yard. The few onlookers wear clothes suitable for their hard labor. They carry tools, planks, logs. You're next to a large building of unusual shape, either a temple or a house. Oh dear, that's not good. Of gathering. It makes you think of a cabin that has been getting larger over the course of years, with a section in the middle getting darker and more crude than the outer ones. Oof. I'm gonna have to stop because I'm running out of oxygen. I'm gonna end up with a sore throat. Dear, dear. I'm gonna end up horsed. Excuse me. I'm terrible at keeping time as well with these things. It's almost been 3 hours, roughly. Yeah. Let's keep going. Just a bit longer. A slightly overweight man is standing in front of the building with with arms open wide. Welcome to the creeks, my friend. His voice, his eyes are gentle, but there's vigor in his stance, his gestures. Our friend was meant to hunt, but he seems he's brought an unusual creature. The hunter rolls his eyes. Don't embarrass me with this pamphlet. He then raises his voice. I almost brought us a lynx, but this traveller and I got outnumbered. Long story, but we tried. Our friend's smile widens. Now I would have been more interested in who is the one willing to assist a stranger in the middle of nowhere. I introduce myself and observe more closely. Thanks to the effort of answering so many questions. All good, Wade. If you you're welcome to ask more questions, by the way. It's all good. If you're curious, I will try to answer as many as I can. Hope you have a good spot every day. I'll keep going until we get after this so I can save and we won't come back to conversation to read. Being close to his 30th year old, he's one of the oldest souls around. Just like the other villagers, he has clothes made of animals, not plants. The leather pants and jacket are humble, but the shoulder cape reaches from his neck to his elbows, used to belong to a yellow elk. His brown skin is darker than that of a farmer. As you look at the outreached hand, they carry the marks of being cut by tools. I am Afra, the carpenter. We've heard of you from Foggy. He takes a step forward towards the fruit trees and invites you to move forwards. Like most men in the village, he is cleanly shaven. How about I show you the rest of the village? It may be humble, but it's as beautiful as a blue starling. No, I'm not picking that. No. Let's do this one again. As he grins, you notice his unusual white teeth. He moves with heavy but through his steps. It won't really take that long, but we have quite a view. The hunter gives you an embarrassing look. Don't indulge him. Much, friend, he says without lowering a voice. He'd be proud of fooling wheelbarrows. Let's take a stroll, I'll hand as he leads you forward to your mount. Come, drink at a creek. Come on, Reginald. Okay. Now I do think I'm gonna have to leave it because it's getting worse. Dear, oh dear. I try to get longer each and every single time. It's the plan, I think. Now I think I'm gonna have to leave it here. Between me falling half asleep whilst I'm still reading and my voice now getting really badly hoarse, I think I'm going to have to leave it there. Thank you guys for watching though. That was pretty good. I'm not sure how far we went through. We almost went through 2 hours. Look at that. That was so good. Almost 2 hours. Yay! Next time I'll remind myself to bring some water. Thank you guys for the 4 likes and Wade for stopping in and talking to me. It was very nice of you. I hope to see you at Kim's and JW's stream. Hopefully. If not, I will see you sometime on the Sunday streams. Yes. I'm going to be leaving it though. Thank you for coming in. And I'll see you next time. Hopefully I'll be on time and not be chased by spiders. Ugh. I have lost my little comment. Everything's fine. Here we go. Probably. Are you going to be busy, are you? That's okay. I hope you have a good rest of your day still. And thank you for coming and chatting with me. It was nice. You're very most welcome to chat again and ask questions. Okay, I better get going before I end up even worse.